Greetings, friends, and welcome to The Bright Side, your nutritional program dedicated to the understanding of the vast world of nutrition and nutritional supplementation. I'm your host, Pharmacist Ben, nutritional pharmacist from Boulder, Colorado. I use nutritional supplements where other healthcare practitioners use toxic pharmaceutical drugs and sometimes deadly medical procedures. If you suspect that there are natural nutritional roads to your vitality and health and well-being and to addressing your health challenges, whatever they may be, but you don't know where to begin, you have come to the right place. As you listen to The Bright Side every day, you are more and more in control of your body. You are more and more knowledgeable, and you know you can overcome any health challenge. That is why we are here every day on The Bright Side, helping clear up the sometimes confusing world of nutrition and nutritional supplementation. Over the last 31 years of practicing pharmacy, I have seen drug-free recoveries from diabetes, hypertension, obesity, skin diseases like psoriasis, eczema, rosacea, acne, digestive ailments, autoimmune issues of all kinds. Recoveries that by the standards of modern medicine can only be called a miracle, but what is in the world of the body, what is in the world of biology, standard operating procedure. Because the human biological system is a healing system, it's a regenerating system, it is designed divinely to heal and renew itself on a moment-to-moment basis. And while some folks may call that healing, renewing, regenerating system a miracle, it really is just the way the body works. If you have questions about health, nutrition, prescription drugs, if you want to wean yourself off your meds and get on a good nutritional supplement program, we are here for you. We welcome your phone calls on The Bright Side at 844-236-6010, 844-236-6010. If you have a health challenge you or a loved one needs help with, if you want to wean yourself off your meds and get on a good nutritional supplement program like the one designed by Doc, we can help you. 844-236-6010, 844-236-6010 is our number on The Bright Side. And if you have a success story you'd like to share, or if you just want to contribute to the conversation, 844-236-6010 is our number on The Bright Side. If you want to purchase any of the longevity products you hear advertised or recommended on The Bright Side, go to brightsideben.com, pharmacistben.com, or criticalhealthnews.com. That's brightsideben.com, pharmacistben.com, or criticalhealthnews.com. You can purchase your favorite longevity products off of the website, or you can also sign up to join the Brightside Ben team off the website as well for a one-time $25 fee. You can start a longevity business and earn thank you checks associated with spreading the word about the power and importance of a good nutritional supplement program. If you've noticed in your life nutritional supplementation has made a difference, pay it forward. Help other folks and get paid while you're doing it. Pay it forward and you get paid. And you make your own hours as you do with any entrepreneurial kind of project. Entrepreneurial enterprise. Of course, if you want to really do well, you got to work more. If you don't want to do as well, if you're satisfied making $100 a month or $200 a month, that's great. You can do that too. I'm a big believer in network marketing, and ever since I've been involved with network marketing since I was in my 20s, I think it's an awesome business model, and it's just a shame that it gets such a bad rap. It's just a shame. And I think it has to do with Amway. Amway used to invite people over to their house, have you invite people over to your house, and then you'd ambush them, the Amway ambush. And somehow network marketing, because of that, network marketing kind of got a bad name. But the fact of the matter is it's a great way to make money. It's a great way to be an entrepreneur. It's a great way to participate in the entrepreneurial lifestyle for just a small, little $25 investment. If you really want to get going, it maybe cost you about $300 or $400, maybe $500 to really get going. There's no business where you can just get into for $500. It costs you hundreds of thousands of dollars to start a business. Anyway, if you're interested, call 866-735-2470 or sign up off our websites, brightsideben.com, pharmacistben.com, or criticalhealthnews.com. So, we have been talking about the nature of stimulation and its relationship to health. Stimulation within a context of rest is the essence of health. Stimulation within a context of rest. That means we're mostly at a rest state, neurochemically, biochemically speaking, and periodically we get bursts of stress. That's how the body likes to build itself. It doesn't like drip, drip, drip stress. It likes bursts of stress followed by long, luscious rest. Recovery is in the rest. And it's this balance, I don't even want to say balance, it's this yin and yang, this stimulation followed by rest, followed by stimulation, followed by rest that accounts for maximum growth. Disease always involves some level of stagnation. There's some element of clogging, some element of a lack of dynamism, some element of a lack of stimulation. Things just slow down when we get sick. Even cancer, which seems like it is the ultimate anti-stagnation health challenge. After all, things are moving really fast. Things are growing and dividing. Cells, that is, are growing and dividing really fast. Even cancer, which apparently, from all evidence, is anti-stagnation, is actually initiated at the very beginning stages when a cell no longer has the energy it needs to be dynamic. Cancer is a response. Cancer is a verb, first of all, and it is a way of operating, a way that a cell operates that's in response to long-term stagnation. It's as if the cells have discovered a way to cope with an energy deficit, and this way of coping with an energy deficit requires them to divide rapidly, like a bacteria. Bacteria are very inefficient energy processors compared to other cells. There's two kinds of cells. You got bacterial cells and you got all the other cells. And bacterial cells are primitive cells, and they don't process energy very efficiently. That's why they have to divide so fast. That's why a bacterial cell divides like crazy. Well, guess what? Cancer is very much like a bacterial cell. It's as if the cell has gone back from this very advanced, high-tech way of processing energy, which represents our cells, human cells, animal cells, even plant cells, and it's gone backwards into a primitive way of being where it just divides like crazy because it's coping with this energy deficit. It's a coping mechanism, and it's not a noun. It's a verb. It's a way of living. It's a way of being for a cell. It's a way that cells grow. It's a way that cells divide. It's a way that cells move. It's a way a cell processes food. Cancer is it's cancering. A cell is cancering. It has to do with how a cell processes energy, and it all starts with stagnation. We call it a noun. We refer to the term cancer as a noun just for convenience, but it's really an activity, and that therein lies our power to deal with cancer. An activity can always be ceased. An activity can always be reversed. If it's a noun, you can't reverse a noun. A noun is just there. When you make something into a noun, into a thing, it's not reversible. It's just a thing. That's why doctors say you can't cure a disease, because you can't cure a noun. That's why you can't treat a noun. You can't do anything with a noun except maybe carve it up and shape it and morph it a little bit. But if it's a verb, you just got to figure out what the cause of the verb is, what's stimulating the verb, what's stimulating the action, and then stop doing it, basically. It could be lack of nutrition. It could be, it always involves something not getting into the system and something getting into the system. The wrong stuff is getting in, the right stuff isn't. That's basically it. This lack of activity, the stagnation element behind all diseases is the common factor that needs to be addressed if we are less than healthy. That's why deep breathing is so important. That's why moving your body is so important. Lymphatic circulation, the circulatory system itself, all disease is cell disease, and cell stagnation is what we're talking about. But all cell disease is preceded by dirty blood, and that's where the lack of energy comes from. The dirty blood. It's all dirty blood. How does the blood get dirty? The digestive system. If you got a health challenge, almost by definition, long-term that is, almost by definition, there's something messed up at the level of the gut. Almost by definition. Pretty much, that's what it is. I got a note today from a gal who says she's got dry lips. I've been using omega cream on my lips. I feel my lips are even more dry. Why is that? My diet is pretty healthy, and I drink plenty of water. Listen, if you got dry lips, you got something not getting in or something getting in, period. Always. If you have any health challenge, you can't say my diet is pretty healthy. What does that even mean, my diet is pretty healthy? I can't tell you how many times I've heard people tell me this. I eat pretty well. I eat healthy. I eat really well. What does that even mean? If you have a health challenge, it's not, it's not like you're a bad person. It's not like this is an attack. It's like that's your point of power. If you say I eat pretty healthy, what are you going to do? How are you going to change? I eat pretty healthy. First of all, what is pretty healthy? Second of all, if you're already locked into pretty healthy, I eat pretty healthy, where are you going to change? All right, 844-236-6010 is our number. We'll finish up here, and then we'll talk a little bit more about the skin and what you could do. Continuing on as we're talking about alpha hydroxy acids and stimulation of the skin. 844-236-6010 is our number. 844-236-6010. We'll be back after this. Okay, we are back on Side, 844-236-6010 is our number. Got lines open for you at 844-236-6010. If you have questions about anything we're speaking about here today, the longevity products, our Truth Treatment products, which you could find at truthtreatments.com, truthtreatments.com, our Truth Retinol 5% Gel, Truth Omega-6 Healing Cream, Truth Transdermal C Balm, and our Truth Transdermal C Serum, voted one of the top 150 products in the world by Harper's Bazaar magazine. We also have a new product coming out here in probably 2 or 3 weeks, a polyelectrolyte spray using fulvic acid, which is a really cool substance. Fulvites are highly electrically charged minerals, like plant-derived minerals, similar. They are plant-derived, actually. In fact, they are. You could call them plant-derived minerals. They're found in the soil, and they're the result of plant action on minerals in combination with microbes. The soil is rich with all kinds of electrical elements, and it turns out that these electrical elements that are in the soil have tremendous health benefits. Clays and plant colloidal minerals, as we talk about all the time, as Doc discovered, or it was at least was one of the first guys to really promote. Plant-derived electrical minerals can also have wonderful topical benefits as well. And our biomimetic priming mist, which will be out here hopefully in the next 2 or 3 weeks, is going to feature fulvites, fulvic minerals. So we'll be talking about that more in the coming days. TruthTreatments.com if you're interested in checking out our Truth Skin Health products. TruthTreatments.com, our Truth Retinol 5% Gel, Truth Omega-6 Healing Cream, Truth Transdermal C Balm, Truth Transdermal C Serum, and soon our Truth Biomimetic Priming Mist with fulvic minerals, as well as high hyaluronic acid and lactates and amino acids as well. All right, so we're talking about the nature of stimulating and how stimulation is important for health. This lack of activity, I should say, the stagnation element is behind all disease. It's what we need to address if we're less than healthy, regardless of our diagnosis. Your diagnosis doesn't matter. I want that on my tombstone. That's what I want everybody to remember about Pharmacist Ben when I pass on. Your diagnosis doesn't matter. It is a scam. Okay, it didn't start off as a scam. It actually started off, diagnosis actually started off as part of the scientific method in the Enlightenment. Before diagnosis, they didn't really consider health challenges to be based in some kind of breakdown in the body. They considered it to be evil spirits or little elves that shot arrows at you. Literally, that's what they thought. They thought it was just bizarre, these bizarre external things like fogs and evil spirits in the air that cause disease. Then came the scientific method and the Enlightenment, and that's when they came up with the whole science of diagnosis, which, by the way, is called nosology, Nosology, the science of diagnosis. And it represented a major advance in medicine. It was great compared to, little elves that shot arrows at you. The problem with diagnosis is we become a slave to the diagnosis, and we've created an economic model out of health. Healthcare has become an economic enterprise, an economic model that needs diagnosis so that it can make money, so it can categorize us and can put us in classes and have classes of drugs and have specialists. There are no special diseases. We don't need specialists because underneath all the different diagnoses, you find the same things. It's hidden in plain sight. Albert St. George said, genius is seeing something different. Oh, shoot, I forgot how he said it. I got to remember. But it's basically seeing something differently that we're all looking at. Thinking differently about things that everybody sees. That's basically what he said. And that's how we got to rethink how we see diseases. Stop looking at the diagnosis. We got to look underneath at the symptomologies, at the things that are going wrong. And underneath, you're going to find the same things. Underneath all diagnosis, you find the same basic cellular breakdown. Cells are not processing energy. They're not doing their business. It doesn't matter if you call it multiple sclerosis and it's in the nerves, or Alzheimer's disease in the brain, or arthritis and it's in the joints, or heart disease it's in the heart. It doesn't matter where the disease is. At the cellular level, which is where the disease is taking place, not at the organ level, a cell's just not doing its business. It's not processing energy. And then protection kicks in. This is all disease. There's somehow a deficit in energy at the level of the cell, and then the protective system kicks in. The protective system is inflammation. Protection is like a potato bug. Those little bugs that you poke and things curl up, the little thing curls up. I think it's called a potato bug. You poke it, it curls up into a ball. That's basically what's happening in the body when cells lack energy. Protection and inflammation kick in, and that's all disease. You got a lack of energy at the cellular level, energy deficit. Cell is not processing energy, and protection kicks in, inflammation. And then once that protection kicks in, it feeds back around, and cells once again cannot get their energy because the inflammation blocks energy processing. Inflammation is a stagnation, a slowing down, and it blocks energy processing, and that's the disease circle right there, the circle of disease. We've got a triangle disease, now we have a circle of disease at the cellular level. Cells don't process energy correctly. That leads to an energy deficit, and then protection kicks in. The protection causes more of an energy deficit, which then leads to more protection, which leads to more energy deficit. That's called a vicious circle. The vicious circle of disease. So you got the triangle of disease and you got the vicious circle of disease at the level of the cell. It's true about all illness. And understanding this is where the fourfold square of health comes in. If there's a triangle of disease and a circle of disease now, there's also a fourfold square of health. Nutriate, respirate, move, and rest. Nutriate, respirate, move, and rest. You put nutrients into the system, mighty 90 essential nutrients. You put oxygen into the system so that the body can use the mighty 90 essential nutrients. You move the body so you can stimulate the body to use the mighty 90 essential nutrients. And you rest so the body can allocate resources to growth, to healing. Fourfold square of health. In terms of the skin, which we've been talking about here now for a while, stimulation of the skin can improve the prognosis or improve the condition, slow the progression down of the classic manifestation of stagnation, the classic manifestation of stagnation that we all are terrified of, and it's not disease, and it's not cancer. The classic manifestation of stagnation that we are all terrified of is called aging. And by stimulating the system, by putting energy into the system, we can slow down the aging process as long as we're nutriating and oxygenating and resting with it. And that's true at the skin. That's how you fight wrinkles. That's what we've been talking about here. I call it exfoliation, I call it peels, but really what we're talking about is putting energy into the skin. That's what exfoliation is. Yes, you can see it visibly as exfolia, where the leaves of the skin are falling off, where the skin cells are dropping off, and that stimulates everything. But really what's happening is you're putting energy into the skin. Now, you can put energy into the skin by just mechanically shaking things up, and that's, microdermabrasion and washcloth and dry brush. That will put energy into the skin mechanically. But you can also put energy into the skin chemically. That's what an acid is. An acid puts energy into the skin. Acid is like a fountain of energy. Alkaline, on the other hand, is like a vacuum of energy. Inside the body, you want a vacuum of energy, a vacuum in the blood. That way, nutrients can get pulled, or energy can get pulled out of food. On the skin, on the other hand, by putting acid, by putting a fountain of energy, you can do an energy transfer. The energy that you're putting into the skin will actually get transferred to the cells and improve their way of being, improve their health, make them better, healthier, more vibrant, more youthful skin cells. All right, I'm Pharmacist Ben. 844-236-6010 is our number. We'll be back. Okay, we are back on the bright side. 844-236-6010 is our number, and we have lines open for you at 844-236-6010. If you have questions about the longevity products or health challenges you or a loved one may be dealing with, 844-236-6010. If you have questions about our Truth Treatment products or skin health questions. I've been in the skin business now for 35 years, since 1993. Oh my God, since 1983, I've been in the skin care business. At least as a student, that's how I started. And I've learned a lot about the skin. And one of the most important things I learned about the skin is that nobody knows anything about it, at least in terms of the products that we use. Nobody has any idea how to treat their skin correctly. I shouldn't say nobody, but very few people know how to treat their skin correctly. 844-236-6010 is our number. We'll get your calls here in just a sec. From Nature Neuroscience, the Journal of Nature Neuroscience, research from the University of Pennsylvania. Epigenetic landscape is protective in normal aging, and it's impaired in Alzheimer's disease. Interesting. epigenetic landscape means the stuff that is signaling to the genes what to do. It's not the genes. It's the epigenetics. Epigenetics, typically, at least the way we understand it here on the bright side, when we talk about nutrition, involves nutritional status, but lots of things have epigenetic properties. The reason lots of things have epigenetic properties, this is so important what I'm going to say here now, for anybody who believes in this genetic hypothesis, the idea that genes control everything. The idea that there are things that are epigenetic tells us that the genes are responsive to the environment. The genes are reading the environment. They're turning on and off based on what the cell is doing, where the cell is. The genes are intelligent. There's a vast library of genes, and it's as if the cell selects which books it wants to read based on what the environment is telling it. Under conditions of nutritional deficiency, a certain set of books will get pulled out of the genetic material and read, so to speak. And under conditions of nutritional abundance, another set of genes, another set of books will get pulled out of the genome library to be read. And this is why having your organs cut off, your breast cut off, because you have a certain gene is ludicrous. Because the genes turn on and off based on the environment that the cell is sitting in. I first learned about epigenetics when I was in pharmacy school, but it really hit home for me when I read The Biology of Belief by Dr. Bruce Lipton almost probably 15 or 16 years ago. If you want to read about, in a simple way, about why epigenetics is the way the body works, and it's not genetics that we need to be working with, but epigenetics, read The Biology of Belief by Dr. Bruce Lipton. It's super easy to read. And if you have any genetic health challenges, or if you're even just interested in this kind of stuff, it'll change your life. All right, 844-236-6010 is our number. Time to hit the phones. Let's go to Lisa in Michigan. Good morning, Lisa. Welcome to the Bright Side.
Hey, thank you.
Hey.
I just heard Dr. Wallach on Close last night.
Oh, yeah. Was he good? I didn't get to. I fell asleep. Go ahead.
I'm sure you did with your morning show. I didn't know you had this show until you mentioned it on Close, so I'm glad you did.
Oh, good, good. How long have you been listening? How long have you been listening, Lisa?
To your show?
Yeah.
To this show? I just found out about it Friday. Or you had mentioned it, and then I kind of had the doctors are saying that I have polymyalgia rheumatica, PMR. Blah, blah. Polymyalgia. Yes,
you know,
and yes, I agree. And the pain is so intense.
Of course, it's terrible. It's an awful thing. Polymyalgia rheumatica. Let's break that apart. You know, I'm a wordsmith. I like words. I'm very fascinated with language and words. Let's break it apart. Our power comes in language a lot of times. Polymyalgia, right? What does that mean? Algia means...
Many muscles.
Yeah, many muscle, but algia. What's the operative word? Algia, okay? Mm-hmm. Algia. What does algia mean? Pain, right? Many muscle pain. Polymyalgia. You got muscle pain in many... You got pain in many of your muscles. What does rheumatica mean?
Well, it's...
I'll give you a clue. I'll give you a clue. In Latin, I'll give you a clue here. In Latin, rheuma means river. So what do you think rheumatica means? Or flow, it means actually. Rheumatica means flow. Rheuma means flow. You're not flowing. It's in the flow. What's flowing? The blood. It tells you right there the stupidity of diagnosis is exemplified by the term polymyalgia rheumatica. So you go in there and you tell him, I got a lot of pain. He says, you have polymyalgia. Oh, it's probably located in the blood flow somewhere. Oh, it's polymyalgia rheumatica. Oh, because I'm smart. I went to school for 8 years and I have a degree. So I don't say you have muscle pain. Your whole body feels like agony. I say you have polymyalgia rheumatica, and that allows me to go to the book and pull out the drugs for polymyalgia rheumatica. Or go back in my memory to what the salesman for the drug company who's selling the drug for polymyalgia rheumatica told me, or what the professor told me about polymyalgia rheumatica. It doesn't matter. Your body is body's deteriorating and it's causing pain. When the body deteriorates, nerves start signaling like crazy. When the body deteriorates, it's releasing all kinds of toxic elements and enzymes and acids, and the nerves get on fire. So why is the body deteriorating? That's all you need to know, period. And you don't need any medical professional to tell you anything about it. Then they can't do anything about it. But it doesn't matter because you could take care of it yourself. So how does the key for you, the most relevant part of polymyalgia rheumatica is the polymyalgia part. But for treating it, it's the rheumatica. The rheumatica means the blood flow. You've got to treat the blood. You have a blood disease. You have blood toxicity. Mm-hmm. Are you with me?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
it's a simple.
Absolutely. And the pain is incredible. And
I can only imagine. I can only imagine. Your body's dissolving. Lisa, your body is turning into a puddle. It's dissolving. Do you understand what I'm saying? Your body, your structural system is dissolving. So, and it's secondary to dirty blood. Why would it be secondary? Why would it be following dirty blood? Because the blood is number one, toxic, and number two, it's not delivering its oxygen and nutrients. It's as simple as that. You're not getting oxygen and nutrients to the blood or to the cells. And toxins are accumulating around the cells, so the cells die, and then you dissolve because you're just a bunch of cells. So we got to reverse that. How do we reverse that? Did you understand the mechanism there? That's not as important as how we reverse it. Okay, good.
Yeah.
Good. All right. So now, did it sound complicated, like you need a doctor to tell you about the molecular mechanisms and all the pharmacology that you need to address to use it and what you can do about it and the biologics and that you have to buy and have injected? And you don't need any of that stuff. Work on your gut, number one. And don't tell me you don't have any digestive health issues. I don't want to hear it. You do. Okay. All right. Don't tell me I eat healthy, but I eat really healthy. Okay. Well, at least you know that. Okay.
I don't.
All right.
And I do,
all right.
I do use longevity already. And
good. But we got to get that gut taken care of. If you fast for 2 days, you're going to feel like you won't believe what it'll do for you if you fast for 2 or 3 days. 3 days for you. It's going to change your life. For the first time in years, maybe, you will not have pain when you fast for 3 days. Now, you might have a little hump to get over when you start your fast, but if you can persist, maybe do a Swero V cleanse, you will feel for the first time pain-free, or at least, I don't want to say pain-free, but you'll have a dramatic reduction of your pain in 3 days. Does that sound good?
Yes.
Okay, so hang on, because we'll finish up when we come back from our break, okay? All right, I'm Pharmacist Ben. 844-236-6010 is our number. You're listening to The Bright Side. We'll be back right after this. We are back on The Bright Side talking to Lisa in Michigan, polymyalgia rheumatica. I got a bunch of calls here, Lisa, so I'm going to go real fast, okay? Number one, you got to work on the digestive system. And by the way, in case you go to some naturopath or alternative practitioner and they say, oh, you have yeast. Of course you have yeast. Or if they say, oh, you have hypothyroidism, your thyroid's messed up. Of course your thyroid is messed up. So don't pay any attention to any even alternative or naturopathic recommendations that don't focus on the foundation, which is your digestive system and your blood sugar system and then your stress system. Those are the three systems you need to address. Fast for 2 or 3 days or do a Swero V cleanse. Then you're going to do an elimination diet and a food diary. That is where you write down everything you eat and you notice which foods cause you digestive distress. It's important that you precede the elimination diet, food diary with a fast. Otherwise, you're not going to notice things. You with me? Mm-hmm. Okay?
Yeah.
So you're going to notice things more after you fast. Your body's going to be much more sensitized to foods that are problematic. I can guarantee you dairy and gluten and grains are going to be involved. Not just gluten, but grains are going to be involved. Probably seeds, soy, legumes. It's usually going to be something you love, unfortunately. But the good news is you're going to feel a lot better when you eliminate it. Then you're going to use supplements for the digestive system, especially the Nightly Essence probiotics. I would be using the Ultimate Enzymes with meals as well as on an empty stomach for pain relief. If you take digestive enzymes on an empty stomach, there's pain relief that you get. Then if you have any, not if you, but assume that you have blood sugar problems, go ketogenic if you can. Low calorie, high fat, and a low carbohydrate. Low calorie, high fat, low carbohydrate diet. It's called the ketogenic diet. If not, just as best as you can, reduce both your calories and your sugars. both your calories and your sugars. I don't care if it's fruit. I don't care if it's pears or apples. Anything that's going to spike your blood sugar, including fruit sugar and fructose, is going to mess you up. So stay away from anything that throws off your sugars. All right, and that includes, by the way, floury sugars, starchy sugars, cereal sugars, and bready sugars.
Oh, yeah, that's the worst for me.
Okay, then you know. You already know. And then also the last piece of the puzzle, there's tons more. Last piece of the puzzle is going to be to slow your body down in terms of relaxation. Activate that relaxation response. And then, remember, we're talking about X or rest, so you also want to get on a rebounder or run or walk up and down stairs, something to move your lymphatic system. Toxins are drained out from the lymph. And I would personally be on the Healthy Start Pack, the Beyond Tangy Tangerine. You might also want to try the Glucogel caps and the Ultimate Selenium, but definitely the Healthy Start Pack. I wish I had more time, Lisa, but I want you to know that if you do everything I just told you, you can be a new woman in a month, and you can begin to notice dramatic differences in 3 days. Okay? And I'd love it if you'd stay in touch with us and let us know how you're doing. All right? I'm going to go. Thanks so much, Lisa.
Okay.
All right.
Yep.
Okay, take care. All right. Barbara in California, good morning. Welcome to the Bright Side.
Hi, I'm calling about chapped lips.
Okay.
I'm 86 years old. I get out and walk a mile every day. But the weather's been in the 50s, and I've noticed chapped lips this winter for the first time.
What do you mean, in the 50s? Are you telling me that's cold in the 50s?
Well, it's not cold, but...
Where are you?
I'm in Santa Cruz, California.
Oh, you're in Santa Cruz. Have I met you?
No, I've never met you.
Okay.
But I sure enjoy your show very much.
Oh, I appreciate that. Do you ever listen to me on KSCO, or do you ever listen to KSCO?
Yes, that's what I'm listening to you on right now. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, I love Santa Cruz. That's my home away from home, Santa Cruz, California.
Oh, yeah.
Smart people.
Place.
It's a wonderful place. I know why you live there, except the weather's a little bit not so wonderful. 50 degrees in Santa Cruz is like 30 degrees in Boulder or Denver.
Yeah, you're right.
So anyway, here's the deal. What you got to do is you got to, at the age of 86, you're definitely dealing with some fat metabolism issues. So you got to start, number one, taking fat supplements that help you process fats, especially probiotics, good bacteria, digestive.
I take probiotics every day.
Stick with it. Take more. Take also.
I take two. I take one in the morning and one at night.
Oh, sweetheart, you need way more than that. Yeah, I don't know what you're taking, but there's no way you can get enough in two. Look for 50,000, anywhere from 20,000 to 50,000 billion units. In different strains. Also things like bile salts, B-I-L-E, bile salts, also digestive enzymes. Correct. Digestive enzymes, pancreatin, all of these help your body process fats. Bitters, apple cider vinegar.
I do drink apple cider vinegar every day in a glass of water.
Do it with fats, with your fatty meals.
Fatty meals, huh?
Yeah, eggs are fat, fish is fat, avocados is fat, olives are
those
fat.
Are all things I eat.
Lots of them. Enjoy them and make sure you're using the enzymes with them and the apple cider vinegar with them. Just because you eat a fat doesn't mean you absorb it. So it's typical. And it's typical. You're not unusual, Barbara. It's very typical for us to lose or at least have a reduced ability to process fats as we age. And this accounts for the dryness, and this also accounts for the thinning of the connective tissue that happens, or at least partially accounts for the thinning of the connective tissue that occurs as we age. Fat has a lot of energy in it, and it's important for developing tissue. So making sure you're not only eating those kinds of fats, but also using supplements that help you process those fats. And then I would personally, in addition to the Ultimate Enzymes and the Nightly Essence, I would get on the Healthy Start Pack as well. Just make sure you're getting your entire Mighty 90 essential nutrients. Barbara, I gotta motivate here. I got a bunch of calls. If you want to put something topically on your skin, use my Omega-6 Healing on your lips. Use the Omega-6 Healing Cream. But it's really an internal condition.
Omega-6 Healing Cream. Okay.
Omega-6 Healing Cream. All right. Thanks so much, Barbara. Take care. Have a great day. Okay, let's move on to Mark in Illinois. Good morning, Mark. Welcome to the Bright Side.
Hi. I started this 3-day water-only fast, and I take a lot of supplements, and I was wondering, do I take the supplements, or I just water-only?
Nah, I wouldn't. You can lay off the supplements for 3 days. It's not going to hurt you. It won't hurt you to use the supplements either, if you want to use the supplements. And the supplements, the nutrition that you take will get diverted into things other than digestion. So that might be a good thing to do, but it's not the end of the world if you miss 3 days.
Okay, and then in the oxy powder, I did that for the last 2 nights previous.
Which powder?
Yeah, the oxy powder.
Oxy powder, okay.
Do I just keep doing that while I'm doing this, or what?
It could go either way. It wouldn't hurt you to do it, but it wouldn't hurt you to not.
Oh, okay.
Either way, there's no real, the idea of a fast has to do with keeping calories out of the system and reducing the digestive system's workload. Supplements don't affect the digestive system's workload much, maybe very slightly. But for the most part, digestive system, when we talk about fasting, we're talking about giving the digestive system a rest from calories, from food, not from supplements. So go either way. All right, Mark?
One more question.
Yes, sir.
What about the ones that say take with food? Don't take those when you're fasting, or what?
If they say take with food, it's only to increase the absorption of the supplement. So you may lose a little bit of absorption, but on the other hand, you'll also be you won't have to divert your resources, your nutritional resources, to the digestive system because you won't have any food. So like I say, it could go either way. You could do it.
Okay.
It doesn't really matter either way. If you lay off 3 days of supplements, it's not the end of the world.
Okay? All right, thank you very much.
All right, Mark, take care. All right, I get that question a lot. It doesn't really matter. The idea of a fast is to keep calories out of the system. All right, let's go to Stephen in Pennsylvania. Good morning, Stephen. How you doing, buddy?
Hi, Ben. Ben, I want to thank you for probably saving so many people's lives just through the knowledge that you provide.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. That means a lot to me, Steve. Thanks.
You know, I think you're probably in the shoes of and assisting mankind like Hippocrates.
Oh, dude, me and Hippocrates.
If he were alive today.
That's awesome. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. So what's going on?
I was just so interesting what you said about the alkaline acids on the outside. Acids seem to push, and the alkaline seems to suck or induce like a vacuum.
Yes, that's why you want the blood alkaline, so it'll suck up nutrients out of or electrons, electrical energy out of food. That's why if it's acid, you don't have as much energy because you can't suck. But on the other hand, on the skin, you're pushing energy into the skin. You're driving it. You're activating it. Acids are like a fountain, and alkaline is like a vacuum. Thanks for appreciating that, Steve. That's a very important point.
My understanding of that was for every one number in the pH on the pH scale, you go from like 5 to 6. That's 10 times more oxygen. That fluid can hold 10 times more oxygen. But if you go 5 to 6 to 7, that's 100 times more oxygen capability holding. And if you go one more number, it's 1,000 times more oxygen.
Yes. And oxygen represents electrons, represents electrical energy. So when you're talking about it holding on to, it's really sucking it up. I call it sucking it up. That's what I think in my mind's eye. I think of like a vacuum. Steve, we're out of time, buddy.
One more thing. I work with a ministry that has an organic farm, and which they're turning into an organic living site. And if anybody might be interested in communicating to help out there, I'd like to give the phone number out.
Sure, give it out real quick.
570-459-2550. 570-459-2550. Just give a call.
Thank you, Steve, and take care, buddy. Good to talk to you. Have a great day. All right, that's all the time we have for today. Thanks for listening to The Bright Side, friends. I'm Pharmacist Ben. Have a wonderful, beautiful, awesome, spectacular day. We'll talk to y'all later. Bye for now.
Join me.